Already?
Yeah.
Are we live?
Yeah.
We're
That
backwards.
is good.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Happy New Year's Eve. I don't know what is going on with the screen.
I see that. Why is it doing that?
I don't know. I hope it ain't doing it on there.
I don't know. Does the screen look all right to y'all? It's doing something funny on our side.
New Year to y'all. Happy New Year from Australia with love. Happy New Year's. Hope I can stay awake. It's easy to stay awake for a beautiful what time? Over there. So, Pack Woman wants to know what time it is here. It is
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock p.m.
Yeah, it says it's flashing.
Why is it doing that?
I don't know. I've never seen it do that before.
There's nothing flashing here, and I don't know what is going on. We may have to. Y'all give me just a second.
What are we gonna have to do?
I don't know.
Start a new life.
I ain't never seen it do that. Y'all bear with me a second here.
So is this like that?
It's not doing it now. Does it look good now, y'all?
No.
Nope, there it goes.
There it goes.
Why is it doing that?
And there quits.
It quit.
Okay, it's quit now.
Well, if it starts flashing, there's nothing flashing here. We don't know why it's flashing.
It's our computer.
Yeah, I guess it's the computer.
We got an old computer.
Happy New Year's, everybody. Happy New Year's. We are going to attempt to stay awake till midnight. These two children are determined that they're going to see that ball drop. So,
Yeah, you gonna watch the ball drop, Maggie?
Yes.
I don't think you'll make it that long.
She
we'll
did
see.
it last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did make it last
know.
year. So, yeah, if
Oh no, there it goes.
It's doing it again.
What the
Wait.
sparkles?
No.
it's not that. Kind
Why
of
comes
flat.
over
Oh,
here?
kind of live. Happy New Year's from Louisiana.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have us a Christmas light spectacular in there.
I know,
in our
y'all.
live
I'm
here.
so sorry. I don't know why.
Why is it doing that? That made it worse.
Y'all may just have to bear with us a second.
Maybe we should get the lights off. Maybe that'll fix it.
I don't know.
Said audio is good, all good. I don't mind the flash.
I don't understand why it's flashing.
It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, I don't like it.
The ball's gonna drop
But yeah,
tonight.
yes, the ball's gonna drop tonight. We're gonna figure us out a movie. Well, just leave it like
Yeah, now
that.
it's dark though.
That's okay. Just leave it like
No,
that.
that's too dark.
But we're gonna figure us out a movie to watch tonight. That's kind of our little New Year's tradition since the kids
I wonder if it's my shirt.
have been old
When I come
enough.
back in the picture, it started back.
But yeah, we'll find us a movie to watch to kind of stay awake. We thought we'd come on and say hey to everybody and just see what y'all got going on tonight.
Staying awake till midnight.
Is
On
there
the
something
way.
electronic near the computer? No.
No.
On the way when the ball stops.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
I think it is. I really think it's my shirt. Let me get out of the computer again. Look,
It quit.
it quit.
Maybe you don't like Andy's orange shirt.
Why is it doing that?
Take your own shirt off because you got a red shirt under it.
I'll be back.
Oh my god. I don't think I see it, Andy.
Why is it doing it again?
Oh, they said Andy's shirt. Somebody else said Andy's shirt. Staying awake till midnight isn't happening here. Been waiting every night. My husband had open heart surgery the 21st.
We're gonna stay awake
Midwest
till
Granny
the
will be
ball
praying
drops.
for you. Be praying for y'all.
I'm
It's
wearing a
flashing on Andy's
Mulan.
shirt.
I'm wearing a Mulan sleeping dress.
Yeah, she got a Mulan sleeping dress from Santa that she's got on.
I
She
got a-
loves the movie Mulan. She's all into
I
the
got-
Disney princesses.
I got
Is it still
Mulan
doing it?
one. I got Moana.
Is
And
this better?
I got Mulan, Moana,
Pocahontas.
That is
right?
so funny.
and Pocahontas
I know.
and Rapunzel.
And Belle. Well,
That's
you didn't
crazy.
get Belle for Christmas.
They did not like your orange shirt.
Me changing shirts fixed a technical problem. Sporting the channel.
Yeah.
I pointed the wrong side. Oh, man.
It's going to be a long night.
It might be. That is crazy.
That is.
What
Never seen nothing like that.
Oh, flash.
Hello, True Grit Gang. We're having a watch night service at church tonight. Hello, Homestead and Pastor.
What does that mean?
Hey, everybody.
Where you see that? Oh, there he is.
On one YouTuber's channel, all kinds of effects happen now. It's all depending on how you hold your hands. She made a heart shape with her hands, and hearts came across the screen. What?
Really?
That's wild. Happy New Year, folks. Missouri.
Happy New Year from Ohio.
Yeah, good reading. Good
Good
job.
reading, Jacob.
So we finally got done with, we're done with all of our hogs. Our goal is always to be done by the end of the year, and we were blessed to get done by
We were
By
done
Christmas.
before Christmas.
Yep,
this
by
year.
Christmas this year.
Mhm.
So we were glad about that. You hadn't caught that video. I actually got a little of that on film this year. So it was something hard to do because there's a lot of folks down there. Out of respect for them, you know, I don't do a lot of recording down there. Just a lot of old timers and stuff. And I'm sure, you know, y'all understand people maybe not wanting to be on camera. So it is a little hard to get footage, but we had a couple of days there we didn't have a ton of help, and so I just kind of creeped around with the camera a little bit.
Said, do you only render leaf lard?
I do, but I've done it both ways. I don't know the technical word for it, but I call it the hard fat, like the back fat. I have done that. I didn't see a ton of difference between the leaf fat and what I call the hard fat.
I can tell you, I like the cracklings better from the hard fat.
Yeah, the cracklings are a little different. But I always just do the leaf fat. You know, it's readily available because when we're got the hog split in half, they're pulling that out anyway to get the ribs. So I just have my little box there. We're gonna throw it in there, and just a little easier the way we do it anyway. So, and out of 6 pigs, I get plenty of lard to last. It'll get me through the year. I think I had 2 jars left from last year, and this year I think I made 30, 40 quarts, something like that.
Really?
Of lard. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep, but that's about a year's worth. So
All right.
thank you everyone for your prayers. Doing good. What went better than expected. He still hurts and he's bored already.
So
I'm glad to hear it went good though. I'm glad he's doing well after his surgery. Sometimes physically that can be hard, you know, for a few months with the healing process, but it sounds like he's a pretty strong
Happy
fella.
New Year.
You guys are the best. Happy New Year. Truly enjoy watching your family, your wholesome lifestyle. Thank you
Thank
so
y'all.
much. Thank y'all, everybody.
Thank you.
Is that your new shelf behind you? Yes,
Yep.
it is.
Right there.
It sure
Okay.
is. That's where my old rickety one was. And so me and Andy have some plans maybe this winter to do some rearranging to our kitchen.
Yeah. We got a lot of plans this winter.
We always do every winter.
Yeah, but this year it's a little overwhelming, our plans. I just don't think we'll get them all done, but we've got high hopes.
Yeah, we got high hopes. We always set high goals. But yes, I'm tickled to death over my shelf. I still just walk by and just stare at it. So
I got a question for all y'all. But while we're talking about the shelf, in one of the video about the shelf, there was a comment wanting to see some sawmilling. Would y'all like to see that? Because we could definitely make some videos on it.
This winter, yeah.
I plan on running the sawmill a lot this winter. Matter of fact, hopefully we get to saw some tomorrow. We've got some
you'll be
things to
sawing
do.
wood all year.
Yeah, that's all right. I'd be fine with that.
Let's see. Yeah, and for those of you that may not know, Andy built me this shelf. I can't point to it because it's backwards. For
It's hard, ain't it?
for Christmas, and it's a tree that was on, you know, our land, and we had actually cut down a few years ago, and Andy put it on the sawmill just to see what it looked like, and it was beautiful, and he made me this beautiful shelf from it.
Well, I got some really nice cedar up there that I think will turn off some beautiful boards, and if, like I said, that's some of the stuff I want to saw tomorrow.
Rock Ridge wants to know, is leaf fat from inside the pig? Yeah, so it's
Yes.
the best way I know how to explain it, it's around the kidneys, but of course the kidneys and everything are taken out by the time, you know, and then the pig is cut in half, and it's still attached to the rib cage, that leaf fat is, and it just comes out. I mean, you literally just kind of cut
Yeah,
it a
you
little
could-
bit,
you
but you
don't
can kind
have
of just
to
scoop
cut
it
it.
out. Yeah.
It just scoops out.
And but that's the leaf. That's the leaf fat.
We're getting behind.
Sorry.
How's the new calf? New calf is doing great.
Oh my
y'all.
gosh, it's gonna outgrow these 3 steers that we have out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
he is growing by leaps and bounds, and it is so funny because I don't know if y'all know Tiger. I know y'all seen her in the videos, the dog, and he's reading the comments.
Oh.
But anyways, Tiger the dog she wants to get in there. She can't figure out the calf, and so it was yesterday. She was out there like looking at it in the pasture with me and couldn't figure it out. Well, the calf just come like hopping towards her like she wanted to play with her, and Tiger tucked her tail and she run just hard she could run to the house. She thought that little thing was coming after her, I guess. It was so funny. I wish I tried to because she come back in there and they done it again, but I never did catch it because
Tigers.
I got so tickled.
She tries to be big and bad until somebody tries to be big back to her. Mark Young said, "How many hogs y'all normally do?"
All together.
So all together between everybody.
I mean, there's a
does
lot of
with us.
families, neighbors. I mean, it's a lot of us.
We had, I think, this year 36 that we done. It says 36 or 37.
It was 38.
I don't think it was 38.
Jacob says it was 30.
Yeah,
He's
me
been
and
arguing
Jacob
with-
been arguing about this the whole time. I guess we could at least we could count them up, but yeah, it was like 36, I think.
Yeah, but like I said, that's a lot of. I mean, that's several families, several neighbors. I mean, that's a lot of us.
That's
That ain't one
four
person.
weekends.
Yeah, that ain't one person having 36
Yeah, that's
pigs.
four weekends in a row, every Friday and every Saturday,
Mhm.
from sun up till
On
after dark.
Saturday when they did that. Like Tiger and the calf. It was Saturday.
You
Was
did.
Was it?
Looks like we're gonna have to put a sawmill on here. Everybody's saying yes, please bring sawmill.
Oh well, good. There you go.
Yeah, sawmill videos do pretty good on YouTube. I've watched a bunch of them. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna get on there and tell anybody how to do anything with a sawmill because I don't know. I've run this thing for 3 years now, and I still
We're just kind of winging it.
I don't claim to be no sawmiller,
Yeah, it's
but I can turn off some lumber.
When are the balls gonna drop?
You still,
We got a long time.
honey. You got.
You got 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 4 hours.
Love to see Happy New Year. Andy sounds great to me. Love to see video sawmill. Y'all just bear with us.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
reading the comments right now.
All butchering the hogs sent me back in a lot of years. We have butchering hogs every year, every early winter. That's from Tennessee.
Homestead and Pastor said he used to work. What kind of sawmill did you work at? Of when I was a kid, my grandpa had an old circle type saw, one of the Frick mills, and it had an old Detroit power unit on it. And matter of fact, Daddy's got one now, but it's not running or anything. But I really love the old type sawmills. They intrigue me. Matter of fact, after buying and having my Wood Miser sawmill that I have, I really wish that I would have not bought that one and found me an older circle mill somewhere and just set it up permanent and had like that, because you can really turn off a lot more lumber with one of those too. And they're just, to me, funner to run because, I don't know, it's just like anything old. You feel like you're doing something when you're running it.
You cut your arm off.
Oh, they're dangerous. That's for sure. They're definitely dangerous.
Have y'all ever
But-
seen the redneck reindeer?
The redneck reindeer. Where'd that come from?
Leroy the redneck reindeer.
That's our new favorite Christmas song.
Thank you, Fred.
Yes, thank you, Fred. We appreciate all your kind words on all our videos too. Thank you so much.
What do you see, Fred?
Thank you, Fred.
Wow.
Thank you to all y'all that's saying you watch anything we'll put out.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And we see y'all. We read, even though sometimes we may not reply to all the comments, do know that we do read all the comments, and all your kind words are so encouraging and keep us going. They keep us going, most definitely.
Fake it till you make it. That's her motto.
That's my motto for everything.
Take it till you make it.
So, Pack Woman, my sawmill that I have, I bought back in 2020 before prices of everything went through the roof. So nowadays, this probably don't even apply to it anymore. But with my package set up just like it is, it was in the neighborhood of, I think, about around 12,000.
Something like it.
I think it was something like that. And I wouldn't be afraid to say that what I've got now would at least be 15 or 16. But especially the way the prices have went up.
Are you having the
I got
really
lost.
radio?
For lumber around the farm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Mark, you're right. That's
why most of these old farms around here used to have a sawmill, or at least they had a friend who had a
well,
sawmill.
we've used a lot of that lumber that you cut.
Daddy.
Oh yeah, we use it all the time.
Yeah.
Daddy, check what time it is.
Honey, we got a long
Look,
time to go.
there's a clock on the computer, baby.
It's 8:14.
That's what we saw it on.
No, there's a clock right there too.
Yep.
On the oven.
Let's see. She's getting sleepy.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
They usually go to sleep around 9 or 9:30. So
The
yeah,
log.
it's
It's 8:13.
it's getting close to bed.
So,
Where they're normally.
so Randy, we hadn't got around to building a cabin across the bridge yet.
Oh.
That's one of our far out dreams that we want to do.
We go up there and sit a lot and think about how cool it would be to
we
have
do.
one up there.
We do, and
We do that.
it's just one of those things. It's another one of those projects that you say you're going to start, and you get your mind set to it, and then there it is. That's the end of it. It's like life happens. You don't have time to set aside. As much as I would love to have it, and we would really enjoy it if we did have it, we have so many other priorities that take place over that we just can't never get the time to do it.
But it, the bridge is still come in major handy though. We built that bridge mainly so we could get across that creek, and we want a cabin up there eventually. But it has really helped as far as getting firewood out from over there and stuff
Dang.
like that. Because there's a lot of down trees over there. There's a lot of down locusts, which make excellent fence posts.
And that's where your deer stands at.
And that's where my deer stands at. So that bridge is really come in handy.
And eventually, like long-term plan goals, I'd like to clear out a little field over there on that side too. And if I didn't do nothing but just sort of planting something for the deer. And maybe if I had something planted over there for the deer, they wouldn't come out and eat everything else that we plant.
Yeah.
But let's see.
She said, Rock Ridge said, my husband won't be getting that song.
I don't see where I've got lost.
Love y'all.
Oh.
Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's
Well,
to him.
I will say that there's a lot cheaper outfits out there as far as sawmill goes. I got some accessories and stuff with mine that added to the price quite a bit. But you can get a lot. You can get a sawmill that'll still get the job done for a lot less money.
Any tips for cutting down trees without having to get a permit?
So we don't have to have a permit around here to cut trees. That's a new one on me.
Is that Mimo? Tammy Lawson?
It sure is. Fireworks for New Year's. Where are you watching fireworks at?
Fireworks.
But yeah, I ain't heard of having to get.
I had never heard of having a permit either. Tell me where you're at.
Yeah, and tell us more about that
because that's something I've never heard of.
Me neither. I've never heard a permit to cut down wood.
Okay, people, please hit the like button. Thank you so
thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
I found
you.
you guys and enjoy your family and videos. Happy New Year. Thank you,
Thank
Laura. New subscriber from NC Joy watching y'all. Thank
Thank
y'all all
you.
so much. We really appreciate all the support. Thank you. Thank you.
When is gonna be
They will
done?
be there for me. With love, wood cabins made here for people to live in. 100%
I will.
off-grid and self-sufficient. That's a awesome dream, Pack Woman. Maybe, hopefully that
Yep.
will come true for you one day. Happy New Year. Gotta leave for now. I'll catch the rest later tomorrow. Stay safe. Have fun. Happy New Year. See you
We have
later,
100
Fred.
people?
Thank you. Can you just buy pork fat to make lard anywhere?
I don't know.
I know local butchers, like a lot of times, will go, will have fat that you can buy a lot of times, like beef fat or pork fat. But I do know I had a lady reach out to me not long ago asking about fat and said she had a hard time finding them at the butchers, I guess because of deer season. And so everybody's buying up the fat right now this time of year to make their deer burgers and stuff. So that may be, but a lot of butchers, from what I've read and what I've heard people talk about, do have fat, because a lot of people Well, I know with cows, when you take a cow to the processor, you have to ask
Can't you
for,
stay still?
you have to ask for the fat. They won't just automatically send that with your cow. You have to ask them to keep that.
Yeah, you have to ask for it back.
Yeah. They won't just send it back, even though it's a byproduct that they're not going to use anyway.
They don't just always give it
They
back
don't
to
just
you.
give it to you. You have to ask for it.
That's why, even though we don't do our cows ourselves, that's a good reason to learn how to do one yourself if you've got the way to do it. Because you get your whole cow back.
Right.
I mean, and I'm not knocking any of these butchers. I mean, who knows? I mean, there's probably a lot of good butchers out there, but there's a lot of bad butchers out there too. Who
That you have to watch.
Yeah, they may give you back somebody else's cow, or you may not get all of your cow back. They may slip a few steaks out, or they may slip a couple pounds of hamburger out. And I know that sounds bad, but it's true. It happens.
It has happened to us.
It has.
Mhm.
Yes.
Long time ago. Let's see.
I want to say one more thing to Packwoman about the sawmill. I really think there's one good thing to keep in mind with a sawmill is it takes time. Honestly, it takes a lot more time than I thought it would when I got to sawmill. I was expecting to just, hurry up, cut down trees, drag logs up, turn lumber out, and it don't work like that. So if you've got plenty of time to work with, I think a sawmill is a great investment. Because it's something that holds value. If I wanted to sell my sawmill, I would about bet I could sell it for what I paid for it right now, and not have a problem selling it either. And it's just something that's invaluable because you can always turn trees that you've got laying around into something useful. So kind of keep that in mind.
They said Central Florida requires us to get permits to cut down trees. Then Kevin said in Michigan on state land only.
Wow. Okay, on state land you'd have to have it.
But in
That's
Central Florida, you
crazy.
would get that is crazy.
Well, it's a good thing they don't require a permit here.
Which, I mean, a lot of times the trees that we do use for firewood stuff,
They're dead.
They're dead or falling anyway.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we try our best not to cut down good trees, except in the exception when Andy's out there playing with his excavator, like on that one.
Yeah. Most trees I take down are either what I would consider a junky tree to begin with that'll never make nothing, or something that's already dead.
Or dying.
Yeah.
Trying to ignore most regulations. Sadly, some areas won't strangle your rights.
That's exactly right.
Mhm.
I don't pay attention to much regulations.
Kim said I got a couple seed catalogs this week. Uh-oh.
Happy New
I don't get it.
Year.
Go back up.
I don't know. You want me to put it on my phone so we can see them?
Might be easier. I got a couple of seed catalogs this week. Are you planning your garden or thinking of doing something new? Andy.
Hang on. I didn't hear it. I was trying to look at this.
You're the garden planner.
I'll read it right here. See if we can.
I got a couple. She said, are we thinking, planning our garden, thinking of doing something new?
I'm always planting my garden. I was planting my garden by the time we finished gardening this year. And yeah, we are trying something new that I'm not going to say yet. You know about it. I think you know about it. I mentioned it to you and you probably don't remember. But it's something that I've wanted to try for a very, very long time, and I finally have the equipment to do it with. So we're gonna try something new this year, and I'll give you a hint. It's with growing potatoes, but I'm looking forward to
I
that,
think she was just kidding.
and I can't wait to share that with y'all. But you'll have to wait till potato planting time to see it. Yes, you do. You've heard me talk about it for several years. I'll remind you when we get off.
Oh, me.
Daddy.
Packwoman says she's off grid, but still growing the garden, getting back into it after the brush fires. But getting there. Hello from High Loss of Family. Get 200% right worked for a custom. You are.
Those mobile butchers.
Rockridge says you're 200% right worked for a custom locker.
Talking about with the mobile butchers, I don't know. I think we might have one here in our
I
area.
see him on Facebook.
Yeah. And the only thing I see with that is you're still going to have a place to hang your cow or something like that to let it age for a week or two. because they don't do that as far as I
Awesome.
I
know.
got 92.
And I just don't think you'd want to eat a steak that was cut up fresh because it's going to be tough if it don't age.
And beefy, I think. I
Yeah,
think it
and
helps
beefy.
that beefy.
So they've got to have a way. Somebody would have to have a way for it to age.
And it's just not cold enough here, to hang a cow. We could hang one. They used to
we
hang.
could in the wintertime.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about these days that
It's not the daytime temperature, it's the nighttime temperature.
Oh.
Where you have these long nights, it helps out a lot too.
I got you.
I moved back.
I would love to learn how to do a cow. That's like on my bucket list. Out of all things that could be on my bucket list, that's one of them. Is to do my own cow one day. You never know what you're missing out on. Great advice. Thank you. The processor I use sells the hearts to medical schools. Oh, that's cool, Tim.
Mhm.
That is cool. Did you get those seeds I sent you from Etsy? I sent many varieties. Yes, I did, but I did not know who they came from. They didn't come with the note, I don't think.
Which ones was that?
But thank you so much, and we look forward to planting them and to trying them. Pat, what state has mobile butchers? Never heard of them.
Mama said Happy New Year from up the road.
Yeah, I saw that.
Let me scroll back down. I'm trying to read them too.
He says New Mexico got no trees anyway, so y'all lucky dog.
Somewhere I ain't never been.
I'll tell you what. Now I see stuff like that. I've never really been to the desert areas or anywhere out there like that, but I don't know how I could live without trees. I think I'd rather have trees than I had grass. I like trees,
Me too.
especially big trees and tall trees.
I think I would feel like, I guess it's whatever you're used to being around, but I feel like if I was somewhere with no trees, that I would feel like, I don't know the word I'm looking for.
Vulnerable.
Yeah,
because you
go.
can't
That's
hide.
the word. Yeah, like there's no, like here, I can go run in the woods and hightail it down the holler somewhere,
Or
I don't know. I guess it's just whatever you're used to and whatever you grow up around. But I just couldn't imagine not being able to go in the woods.
I am gotten behind on these big comments here.
and all the poor kids out that way,
Oh.
they don't have no leaves to jump in.
You like to make leaf piles, don't you?
Yeah.
Tim, that's completely fine. I understand being busy. That I completely understand. A matter of fact, I actually just asked Megan today if you had sent anything over yet.
There's
Somebody
three
said,
of
"Are you going
us.
to start making shine?"
Well,
I'm sure you could probably find some around here.
Perry Hill Farms. Hey, friends. Hey, Perry Hill Farm.
Where do you see
Aw.
people? Oh, there they are. Hey, y'all.
Hello.
Hello.
Look, there's Stumpy, Jacob. He said, hey.
Hey, Stumpy.
Pac-Man said they have a cold room they take to the farm. So I haven't seen a mobile butcher here that has
Yeah,
that.
that guy, I think on Facebook, he just has that trailer.
Yeah, he's just got a mobile
think.
trailer that's just got his butchering equipment in it.
Yeah.
That would be interesting to have a cold room come to the farm too. So back years ago, though, they would let a cow hang, in a barn or something. As long as you done it in the wintertime, and it would be fine. As long as you could keep it, the critters and stuff from getting in it.
We used to let deer hang like that.
Oh yeah, we used to let plenty of deer hang
Mhm.
for 2 weeks or more outside.
Somebody else said Perry Hill Farm. Hello.
You'll have to let us know how those sweet potatoes do in Iowa. I love growing sweet potatoes. That's one of my favorite potatoes. If I had to pick between a sweet potato and an Irish potato, it would be a sweet potato.
I like them both.
I know.
I
You
like
like
them
'em
both
both.
equally. I can't get rid of my regular potatoes. Now, listen, I seen this thing floating around Facebook one day. It's been like months ago, and it said my toxic trait is I think potatoes go with every meal.
Yes, she does. So does my daddy.
I'm the same.
Potatoes and
way.
pintos.
Mhm. I could live off a potato and a pinto and a piece of cornbread every day, all day.
Homestead and Pasture, we had a really, really big sawmill outfit that was here too that her daddy worked at for how many years? 30
something.
30 some years. And up until, I don't know, it's probably been
It's probably been
7 or 8 years
closed.
ago.
Yeah.
It burnt up. Like, it burnt up. It was bad. And but up until then, like, they were a major employer of our area here. But I don't know, sawmilling's always been a big thing around here.
Daddy. That sawmill had to burn down after I was born because I
Michael
remember
said,
it.
Megan,
do.
do you?
Well, you're 8.
I don't know where you're at, so I'm gonna read this one.
I'm right here. It says, "What's your Etsy shop?" Rock
Um,
Ridge.
I don't have anything in it right now, but let me see if I can post a link on here for you in just a little bit. But it's the Lawson Farm, so I don't know if you can look it up that way. But my Etsy shop is the Lawson Farm. But like I said, it's I don't have anything in it right now. I'm hoping to get some more cannon mats done here before long. Now that things have slowed down, I hope to make several more to get out there. Them things going like hotcakes, y'all. I feel very blessed that y'all give me a chance on those.
If any of y'all have bought those, let us know what you think about it.
Yeah,
Because we haven't heard any feedback. Have you?
I've got a few reviews on there. Yeah.
Have you on Etsy? On the Etsy store? Okay, I don't see that.
Yeah. But I really appreciate it because I enjoy making them and I enjoy sharing them with others. And
Yes, Megan uses strictly cast iron while cooking. She's
For
the
the most part,
She's the cast iron queen.
I'm trying to teach Andy. We're
I
getting
suck at cast iron.
there.
But ever since she found out about nonstick stuff, what is it
the
supposed to be?
Teflon.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. We still have nonstick pots hanging over there, but they haven't been used
They're
in
the
years.
sandbox.
What's that one right there?
I sent them to. I don't know. I sent 2 or 3 to the sandbox the other day.
That's one of them Paula Deen pots.
Yes.
Oh,
You sent 2 to the sandbox.
yeah.
One
Yeah.
for Maggie, one
The
for
kids
me.
didn't mind. They're gonna cook their grass and water in them.
Eric said he'll help with a cow.
Well, we're gonna call you. That's my bucket list.
I still ain't got too encouraged about doing a cow yet. I watched Tim and them do their cows. Man, I don't know. It's a lot of meat.
Hey, Maggie. Love you.
Who are you looking at?
Where do you see that?
I see, hey, Maggie.
Oh,
I
Oh,
love you.
somebody
Maggie, did you hear that?
we do have a PO box. It's on, if I'm not
It's
mistaken.
PO Box 130. I can type it in right here.
Okay, good.
I'll type it in.
Hey, Jason. Perry Hill Farm said, "Hey, Jacob." You probably already saw it.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a long time ago.
She said shine can be bartered for other goods. Yeah, for a long time, shine was used as a form of money.
Yep.
Probably still is. Hi from Indiana. My sister and I are moving. Sure. Just learned a
I
lot.
thought I could make that go to the top.
Keep doing what you're. Thank you, Christine.
Y'all,
Good luck wherever you move to.
I am so technologically backwards when it comes to computers. Well, I thought, okay, my PO box is on there. I thought I could make it go to like where it would stay, but I can't figure it out. So it's floating around in them comments.
Mark, I agree with you. I like sweet potatoes any way you fix them too. I used to not be that way. The older I get, the more I like them.
I love just a baked sweet potato. Well, I mean, I like them anyway, but like,
We got somebody from New Orleans in here.
New Orleans?
Yeah.
our small town life said, I love my cannon mat. It's been good and a lot of use. I wish y'all the very best 24. Can't wait to see what is in store for you. Thank you so much, our small town life. Y'all go check out my friend over there. She's got a lot of good stuff out there over there.
Who?
Our small town life.
What you cooking
It's-
for New Year's, Megan?
Hog jaw, a mixture of turnip mustard and collard greens, cornbread, and I'll do the pink-eyed purple hull peas. But a lot of people do black-eyed peas, but I'll be doing the pink-eyed purple hulls.
Somebody asked if we get live oak and Spanish moss up here, and we don't.
No.
We're too far.
What does that
North,
mean?
I guess, because it's at the beach.
Yeah, it's at the beach here in North Carolina, but it's not
Yeah.
here.
We got 115 people.
Hello, everybody. Anybody new coming in? Hello.
So Vernon Neely asked if we'd sell any of the popcorn. We were planning to sell some of the popcorn, but if you haven't seen that
Unfortunately,
video,
yeah.
it didn't work out too good for us.
Unfortunately, the corn weevils or whatever they're called got in it, and we just ain't gonna sell something that it's still possible. Like, we're still gonna use it for us, but I'm not gonna sell something to somebody that might not have pop because it's got a hole in it. Or
Everybody's
something. So,
apparently a lot of these people bought a cannon mat. Everybody's commenting saying they really like them.
oh, thank y'all so much. Y'all know how much that means to me, because I promise you, like the Dolly Parton song, every stitch was made with love. I promise.
Well, her newfound habit that she likes is sewing.
Yeah.
She
And
made
I guess
me
I
some John
found
Deere
woodworking.
curtains.
Yes, I did. I
Mom
sure
made
did.
me some John Deere curtains.
Yes,
Yep.
I sure did.
She made you some pants one time too, didn't she?
Yeah, but they got too small.
Yeah.
Oh,
he-
you know that girl?
Yes, the youngin is growing by leaps and bounds.
Man.
Y'all, the other night, this boy over here, he ate 2 steaks, 2 ribeyes for supper.
And
And
they're
me
like,
and Andy's about to bust that eat one.
they're like that big.
And he ate 2.
Milton Pope said him and his wife bought a bunch of cookbooks from Amazon and the mats from Etsy to give their children and friends.
Oh, thank you so much. Y'all
I
make me
ho-
cry.
I hope they liked them.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. We appreciate the support. Thank you. Thank you.
So somebody else bought a T-shirt and one for a friend, and she likes it.
Thank you so
My
much.
goodness, y'all.
Y'all are the best. Thank you.
Y'all gonna get a whole lot of love.
Yeah, huh? That's right. I can't read them on your phone.
I can't either. I tell you what, I'm trying to keep up with them.
I'm trying to keep up with them on the computer.
Right now, it says we got 115 people.
Well, thank y'all all and happy New Year's Eve to
Here's
everybody.
a
We're up waiting
14.
on the ball to drop. We're trying to keep up with the comments, answering any questions y'all might have.
Right now, we don't have any purple hull beans for sale. We've just got the seeds that we kept for ourselves.
Right. Is that something y'all would be interested in?
Yeah, I've never thought about it, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, we just always keep a few for ourselves. Yeah.
And
We
right
might
now,
could plant a few extra for a seed crop if the deer stay out of them.
Catherine Campbell says she just got your paperback cookbook.
Thank you so
I
much.
think somebody needs to come out with a new one. I keep telling her.
Well, do y'all have any advice for me?
What kind of advice?
Because
You're the one,
I
right?
self-published that one.
Oh, yeah, no.
And I really would like to, if I did another one, I would like it to be like published.
Triple Creek Farm, my neighbor planted the zipper cream peas, and he talked very highly of them this year.
Who planted them?
Todd?
Did
Huh?
Yeah,
did I play
yeah.
he? Much love, beautiful children. They're so knowledgeable and sweet. Hello. Anyone else have backyard chickens in the city? If so, do yours escape their pen all the time like mine? Have one that's a mastermind and breaks all the others out. Oh, no, Christine. No good.
What happened?
Her chicken, she has an escape artist chicken that breaks out and lets her other chickens out.
Thank
Oh,
you,
nice.
Tim. I appreciate that.
So
Beans
is
and
that,
potatoes
is
and
that
eggs.
Tim like the Tim? that we
Jeanette
know?
said growing up we have beans and
That's so
potatoes, and the
cool.
next day we can have potatoes and beans. That's pretty good.
Daddy.
Daisy Q said her cookbook comes next week.
Oh, thank you so much. Now that cookbook, y'all, I'm gonna tell you, I was inspired to make that. I had a lot of people, especially here in the community, asking me to make one, so I did self-publish that one. But I got with a lot of folks here in our small community, and so you'll see the first half of it is kind of my recipes, and then the back half are community recipes. And actually, some of those recipes are like Andy's grandma's, Andy's great-great-grandma's.
Well,
You know, there's a few of those in there that are, I don't know. I think they're good. I've cooked every recipe in that book, and they're all good. So,
There's an old cookbook floating around, so that's made by all the older women and men in our community here. And I don't even know. I think my mama's got a copy of it, don't
Yeah.
she? I think it would be cool to redo something similar to that, because it's just full of old recipes. Most of the recipes in there, people don't even cook anymore.
what do you mean?
but they're like that chicken and dumpling recipe, which is the chicken and dumpling video that I have floating around,
Just old time
is in the
recipes.
cookbook,
Oh.
and it is killer. And that is a very, very old recipe, very old.
Lard on Etsy would sell out quick. Can you sell lard on Etsy?
I think you can sell it for external use only,
Oh, okay.
What does that mean?
not
I
for
figured there'd be some
not
kind
for,
of restriction
not
on
for
that.
consumption.
What is that? What is construction?
But the only thing is, I don't
You
make
can't
enough,
eat it.
I don't make enough to get rid of.
I
Though.
know.
That's the only thing.
It's a time-consuming thing,
Yeah.
too. That's kind of like a lot of people that asked if we were going to sell our sorghum syrup we made. And you could, I guess, but gosh, when you actually think about the time that goes into it,
Which we didn't make a big batch. either.
Yeah, but if we did make a big batch, you
Yeah.
think about the time that went into it and the work that went into it. I mean, you would have to get a pretty penny out of it to actually make it worth selling.
True. True. Let me see.
We got
Do
11,
you have
13, and we got
any? You already read
113
that.
people in
Okay.
here.
Yeah, I'm caught up now at the moment,
Okay.
except for what's just now coming in.
Holy, we had a whole lot coming
You
at
haven't
one
tried
time.
the zipper cream peas, and recommend you try them. We grew them first time this year, and they are just delicious. We may have to try those. I
Well,
love peas. All
Pale
kinds of peas.
Farms,
One of them said,
Pale Farm
Beautiful
Grow
wood,
Boy.
growing boy. Yes, growing boy. That's right.
Yeah.
I used to work years ago for the Hut, White Horse Saloon years ago.
"Are they talking about the White Horse Saloon that was here?"
He's at the White. I don't know.
Where was that White Horse Saloon you're talking about?
What's a White Horse Saloon?
Used to be one over here.
I know, not right up the road.
There's always one chicken who escapes. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, we have one that escapes all the time.
Mm-hmm. Just smart enough to get back in, so the critters don't get it. I love the cedar cabinet you made, Andy. Is what Tim said. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
Is that Tim, the Tim that's up the road?
No, that's a different one.
I love y'all. Hit that Andy, you did a great job on the
The
cedar
Perry Hill
cabinet.
Farm said they send us some zipper peas.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I read that.
I ain't
on
never
there.
eaten none. I don't
I
reckon.
ain't never eaten one. I don't guess. I just know Todd said he really, really liked them.
Are they like black eyed peas? Are they like kind of like them pink eyed peas?
They're a type of cow pea.
I mean, are they the little peas
I don't
or the
know.
big like Crowder peas, big
I,
fat
don't know.
peas?
I think they're a little pea, but I don't
I
know.
like the little ones. Well, I like both of them. I ain't picky.
Look, I want Lord first bid $20. I'll take it. By the way, have you ever tried planting
Pale Farm,
King of the Garden
they
giant llamas?
make a white soap.
Stop. You're confusing me.
Have
We don't grow a lot of lima beans here. In our part,
we
of
ever even tried to grow them?
I grew them a couple years ago. Remember, I planted some in the bottoms that one year.
They didn't do anything, did they?
Yeah, but then the deer eat them.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
I don't know.
I just know I didn't eat any of them.
Yeah,
I guess the
we
deer-
never did get none to
yeah.
eat because the deer got them before we did. Lima beans, for whatever reason, was never a big thing here, and I just don't think I've ever planted any. I mean, other than those 2 times, I did eat them that one time when I planted them,
That's-
like years ago.
I
That was
gonna
before
say,
me and
that
you were
was a
together.
long time ago. I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, that was before me and you were even together. That would have been several years ago.
We used
Daddy?
to call them butter beans. Yeah, I don't know. The butter beans, that's just not something.
Something like the pinto beans and the October beans and stuff like that are a lot more common here.
Mhm. Yeah, like you don't really hear anybody up here talk about butter beans.
It's
at
not
all.
it's not a
Mm-mm.
thing. Honestly, I didn't even know what a butter bean was till a couple years back. I had a friend who I had met through YouTube
and-
talking about butter beans, and I'm like, "What's a butter bean?" And he's like, "It's a lima bean." And
Perry
well,
Hill
then
was
I
talking
knew.
about they eat butter beans.
Yeah, well, I knew what
Yeah.
that was then.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go down?
Yes, I'm going down, baby.
Honey, we got to
You're
read
reading,
them first.
you reading faster than I am.
Yeah, I'm reading them on the phone.
Let's see. Oh, crap.
Mm.
Hold on, y'all. Figure it out. Grab a sweet tater. Get on tractor. Cut a tree. Haul it to sawmill. Buy a dovetail jig plan.
What are you reading?
Beaver Creek and build a cabin. Now you covered a lot of folks' wishes.
That's exactly right.
A little bit of everything. Did you read all that? That was funny.
Yeah, we've got behind again though, because now I haven't read these.
Do you have some of those peas I could purchase? I'm in Australia.
Oh,
Lard
yeah.
on it.
Prairie Hill Farms, that's a
Yeah.
comment to y'all there in case you didn't see it.
I love old church cookbooks. I do too, Wanda. They are some of my favorites. I would go to if I find one at the Goodwill or something, like I get it. I usually buy it. I have some of my grandmother's church cookbooks, and they are the best. Yes, you could redo an old cookbook, add their names of who they were from.
That's what I was thinking. I
You-
think that would be awesome to do.
Do you grow all your food, or do you still shop at the store? No. So We grow most of our food, but no, I still go to the grocery store.
We still buy junk food.
Yeah, like so I'm sure people at Food Line really judge me because I come up in there and I don't buy any meat, I don't buy any vegetables, I don't even really buy any fruit except for occasional bag of apples now that all of our fresh apples are gone. And so the rest of it's just the little snack food, little junk food, and I'm sure they are like really judging me every time I go.
Yeah, I'll be honest with y'all. You know, I've heard a lot of people talk about how homesteading is expensive or whatever. I would hate to know I had to buy meat at the grocery store. When you go and look at those prices, now that's expensive. Homesteading ain't expensive when you compare it to the meat prices in the store.
I mean, depends on.
It depends on how you're doing it, but
Yeah.
if you're doing it,
It can be expensive, but it doesn't have to.
it don't have to be expensive. A person can make it a lot more expensive than it should be. I mean, you can get by with a lot of things and you don't need that some of these people make you think you got to have.
That's what I was going to say. If you can't tell by, watching our videos through time that we may do things that maybe a little unorthodox or different ways than other folks, but we just do what works. And if sometimes, y'all, the simplest solutions are what works.
And we try to do the most we can with what we've got.
Yeah, we try to just use what we
Now, if there's a tool or something that'll make my life easier and save me time, then I'm all for it. However, if it's something that's just out there just because it is, I'm not going to waste the money on it. But anything that will save me time, because time is one thing we don't have a lot of. So anything I can find that'll save time, if I can swing it or afford it or whatever, then it's hard to talk me out of it. Uh-oh, it just went orange again.
Why is it doing that?
I don't know.
You don't got your orange shirt on now.
I don't know what's going
Is
on.
it my red shirt?
I don't know.
It started flashing again, y'all. Anybody that missed that at the beginning of the video,
We had some technical difficulties. I had to change shirts.
But no, so I would say 80-ish%. Especially we do a little more of our own food, especially when the garden's coming in and stuff, because we're eating all that fresh stuff.
Well, we just don't eat vegetables when the garden ain't here.
Well, we do.
Except for our
we don't
canned
eat
stuff.
fresh vegetables.
Yeah, we don't eat fresh. A lot of the store.
But like about every meal that I cook for supper, especially, and breakfast too, is all here from our farm. Most of the snack food, like some people may frown upon this, but I still we still occasionally snack on a Cheez-It. Like, I'm not gonna lie, my kids still occasionally eat goldfish, and I feel like
Kraft macaroni and cheese.
They eat, yeah. So
Yeah, I just ate that.
I just try to find a happy medium there with that. But just like I said, even though Jacob had a little bowl of Kraft macaroni and cheese, he ate 2, farm raised ribeyes in the same night. So that kind of, in my mind, evens itself out. I mean, me and Andy grew up on Jesse Jones hot dogs and macaroni, and we survived.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I know a lot of that stuff's bad for you, but in
they
moderation,
probably don't even know what Jesse Jones hot dogs are.
they probably don't. Anybody from North Carolina probably does.
I forget that's not an everywhere thing.
Yeah.
But a hot dog in general
Yeah.
is not good for you. Anything processed at all
Especially red hot.
is not good for you. But in moderation, and I think it's got a lot to do with how you live as well. And what I mean by that is how active you are, if you're working during the day or not. You can eat this junk food, and if you're sitting at a computer all day or you're just sitting there watching TV, it's not going to help you at all. But I don't feel like the person who is out here, being physically active and eating that type of food, it's probably, not going to affect them near as bad as it affects the person who doesn't get out and be physically active.
But I will tell you this, so I try, one thing I do, especially with the kids, is I try not to say something is necessarily good or bad for you. Like, I try to tell them, how does this make you feel? So Jacob, for example, I do. You know this.
I know.
So Jacob, for example, used to like Chef Boyardee. He used to eat.
He don't like it.
He used to eat
What's
Chef
Chef
Boyardee, but he
Boyardee?
noticed, he
Spinning
asked me
meatballs.
one day, he said, Mama, how come every time I eat this, my stomach feels funny? And I said, well, honey, we've talked about what's in this and everything, you know. And he took it upon himself and decided he just wasn't gonna eat that no more, and he'd rather have some kind of steak in place.
Yep. And I couldn't be no more proud of them for that.
Right.
Because what other kid would do that?
Because I feel
there's
like
not
if-
a lot of them left
Well,
anymore.
I feel like if I look at him and say, "No, you can't have this. It's bad for you," then
He's going to say, I want it.
well, when he gets away from me, he's gonna be like killing himself eating Chef Boyardee meatballs.
Yep.
So,
And by the way, it wasn't that it didn't all the way hurt my belly. I was eating out on a camping trip one day when we were camping with the camper, and I was like, Mama, my belly hurts.
Well, that's one thing. Like with McDonald's, I used to kind of halfway like McDonald's.
Me too.
And, years ago, I've never been a big fan of it, but I did sort of like it. And nowadays, when I eat at McDonald's, I don't like the way I feel after I get done eating at McDonald's. And it don't last. Like you can be an hour later, you can stop and eat something at McDonald's, and an hour later you're hungry. And when you're full from eating at McDonald's, to me it feels like a fake full. Like you just feel swelled instead of full.
I just don't go anywhere.
Yeah, she don't eat anywhere except at home here.
Yeah, even if I'm out working, like
And the Mexican restaurant once a week.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah. But even when I'm out working, I go out to patients' homes and see them. I usually just, if I don't take something with me, I usually don't eat lunch. I'm not gonna lie, because it makes me feel bad. Like it just does.
Tim Beverly, that is exactly right. You're exactly right. And we just learned the other day from a documentary on YouTube that, well, I won't get into the whole story, but it was funny. It happened to pop up because, like the night before, we had been in a discussion with one of my cousins about tomatoes, and they were in a can from the store. And I told her she didn't need to be eating those store-bought canned tomatoes because they's going to kill her. And of course, she got in an argument with me. Why? Because she read the label and said, well, what's in here is going to kill me. And I said, well, that's the thing. You don't know what's in there because they ain't going to put everything on that label. And so the funny thing was the very next night, wasn't it?
It popped across the YouTube recommendation.
It was a recommendation on YouTube of
They're listening to us.
yeah, they probably were. But they were talking about a tomato processing deal, and there was a lot of stuff they put in those cans of tomatoes that was not on the label. And they don't have to put it on the label.
Yeah, they put some powdery stuff in there, and the guy doing the interview, he was
They
like,
didn't even tell us what it was.
He was like, wait, what are you putting in there? Because on the label, it just says this, this, and this. And that guy's like, this is FDA approved. This is FDA approved. Don't worry about it. Don't ask.
It's interesting. Also,
Yeah.
it makes you question every single thing you eat. Everything. Unless you knew exactly where it come
It was
from.
a little sketchy.
Yeah.
It was a little sketchy.
That's
the
how
documentary. It definitely was. All right, let me scroll here. Tim said, FYI, my wife works for Walmart, and they were told there will be an egg shortage in January through March.
There's an egg shortage here right now.
Well, on the farm,
Yeah.
freeloaders. I got 40 chickens and getting about 6 eggs a day right now.
Yeah, the sorry things.
It's just the time of year.
I know it is.
Yeah, it's just
Old
time
time
of year.
recipes are coming back. Food was cheaper and better. Yeah. Been making
Dang,
a
that was,
cookbook with all the sourdough recipes I've been making. Oh, Bonnie, that's awesome.
Here's money.
Would you let me know when you get done with it? I would love to check that out. That's a different
no,
one.
it's a different one.
Hey Andy, I think you need to put that orange shirt back on and let's see if it's flashing.
I could.
I know. My friend had thousands of cookbooks, every room in the house. That'll be me eventually one day because I'm obsessed with cookbooks.
They make a white suit.
Oh.
Hey,
Anyone else
that's
from
what I read
Virginia?
Did
Hey,
I scroll too fast?
yeah, what happened? Where'd it go?
What makes a white
Right
suit?
there.
50 pounds of pig fat still processed into lard.
Mm.
Will not be scared to say that my wife has hundreds of cookbooks.
50 miles south of El Dorado. Where's El Dorado? I don't know either.
Must be a different hunt. There's probably more called that deer.
Holy mommy, you're way up. This is where it's at.
Right here, look. White Horse was just between Lawsonville and Francisco.
Yep, that's it.
That's the one we were talking about.
We don't live just about 10 minutes from where that used to be.
I don't
Who
know
was
if I know
it?
who that is.
Mitzi Tilly.
Yeah. I can't place it. Butter bean and black beans in Michigan. See, black beans is another something like
We don't grow those here either.
if a recipe calls for black beans, I just usually put like October beans in it.
Butter beans are slowly going away, but still good tasting.
Happy New Year. Butter beans. Y'all bear with us here.
We've got behind.
Yeah, you're way behind, Mama.
Look, she said
What?
people do judge the shopping trolley. I know they do. I know. Y'all, they really judge me when I'm paying for my groceries and dollar bills from selling eggs. That's really funny. I cry when I go grocery shopping. Absolutely. Somebody said homesteading tools and construction can be expensive.
That they can. I'll agree with that. I think we're way behind. I believe these comments have been.
I know it wasn't moving.
Well, it's because you had it.
Look, Daddy. This is where y'all are. Look at that.
I know.
Y'all just bear with me here. Do you grind corn for cornbread? So Daisy Q, we do occasionally. We've got a hand grinder here attached to my kitchen table,
It's right there.
but it takes a good 30 minutes because it's a hand grinder to grind enough for me to make a pound of cornbread and get it sifted and everything. So that's something that's more of a treat. So yes, I do still occasionally buy cornmeal for cornbread. I get it from, there's a local place in down the road that I get cornmeal from, but it just it's a little time consuming, so I don't do that all the time. Even though it is really good, it's really good, and I wish I could grind a bunch at one time, but it doesn't last very long unless you keep it in the freezer doing it that way. So I just ain't never took the time to sit down and do a bunch. That thing's sensitive, so be careful.
yes, we.
We are so far behind. It's not called
Just
junk
look-
food for nothing.
Just look for question marks.
All right.
What is your favorite? We appreciate all the comments and everything, y'all. We really do. And
Sorry.
love having all y'all in here.
Yes.
Is this it? That's it. We're caught up. I think I went too far at one time.
Yeah.
The Tim Beverly, yes, pesticides are definitely on there, and you're not going to know about that from reading the label on the can.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not to say that we don't occasionally use some type of pesticide if we have a problem, but that's our last go-to resort. They spray pesticides just to do it. It don't matter if they got a reason to or not. There's my mama comment. I bet she's talking about the
The White
Horse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we know it's where we met. It wasn't the White Horse Saloon at that time, though.
It was the Hollywood Hollow.
Where
Next few months, I'm
y'all-
going to switch my starter to freshly milled. I want to get away from processed flours.
I don't blame you.
Yeah,
If you can do it, do it.
that's right. And one thing I wish I had a way, like, I wish we could rig this thing up where I could run it like on a little motor or something, because
Look,
it
right
has
here,
a way.
that's what he's talking about.
Look. And I put a belt and a little motor on it. So
I've considered it. If we used it more, I probably actually would.
I was.
Wanda wants to know we butcher our old hens. So what I did the last time, just because we do raise the meat birds right now, is my hens had got to be, they were 2 and 3 years old. And so I sold them to some local people for like $5 a piece, very cheap. You know, people were tickled with them. I let them know that they were old hens. And it just gives some people, some newer people, actually a couple friends of mine, just to get a start on chickens. And I let them know that they wouldn't be laying nearly like they would when they were young, but it was a cheaper start for folks, and they were healthy. They were just
Did you knock your cup off?
not paying for themselves. So I didn't process those hens. I have processed some roosters, extra roosters. But mainly we do the meat birds right now. And these hens are just, I messed up this year with my chickens. Usually I try to have it where I've got young chickens starting to lay in the fall. So that way I've got my young chickens to get me through the winter because they won't molt that first year. And this year I made the mistake and all of my chickens are the same age. That was my fault. And so I knew better and I did it anyway. And here we are.
You're doing it for an hour now.
Yep. You can eat a couple of organic fresh eggs in the morning and boom, you're full. That's right. There's a lot of mornings I eat 2 boiled eggs and I don't get hungry till later in the evening.
I can't stand boiled eggs in the morning.
Yeah, but they're so good. Our y'all's grinder's made to put a belt on. Yeah, it's got the V-belt pulley on it. It's probably something I should look into to putting an electric motor or something on it. I just hadn't done it.
Yeah, because it takes some elbow grease to
It
sit
does.
here and like,
And it's slow. Gosh, it's slow.
yeah, have to crank that thing.
I see a new bookcase in the back of you. It really turned out nice, yeah? Thank you.
What's it?
Said that
The
she was a
shelf.
DJ there.
Well, she may know us.
Well, if she was there when it was the White Horse.
Yeah, I
no.
think we were old enough
That
to go
was
to the White Horse.
Yeah, that was too far back.
That's cool. That is really cool. It's a small world, Mitzi. That's awesome.
Your package will be Tuesday. Will be a big surprise. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much, Monty.
What is
Thank you.
What do you mean? What does it mean?
Would like to see you process old rooster so meat is good. So, what?
That one's out of my hands there.
So the thing I'm gonna tell you, the thing with roosters is they are not roasting chickens. They make good chicken stew. They make good canned chicken. They make good chicken pie. But as far as sitting down eating a chicken leg, I personally don't like them. Like, you can put them in a salt brine, and it does help, but it is not going to be the texture that you're accustomed to from the chicken that we've all grown up eating. It's not
Right.
going to be that. It's not going to be that same texture.
That's why the Cornish cross thing.
That's
now-
why we decided to stick with the Cornish cross for now
for meat chickens.
while we can get them. Right.
But back in the old days, they didn't know what that was. A chicken didn't hardly
Right.
have breast on it, so a chicken was totally different because that's what they were eating was those like a rooster or a laying hen or something.
And that's what they were accustomed to. But now,
Now
Yeah.
everybody knows the big breasted Cornish cross.
and the texture, because the
The
texture is
texture's
a big
different,
thing. Yeah.
I don't much care for a regular laying hen chicken unless you're just gonna make a stew out of it or
Yeah.
something.
But the old timers didn't know no better.
You can go lay down for a little bit if you want.
Okay.
All right. I think somebody else is getting sleepy too.
I ain't sleepy. It's only 9 o'clock. We got 30 minutes until we will go to bed.
Oh, don't tell no stories.
Let's see. You two really touched my heart. Why should you make the bacon, butcher, and the hogs? That's the way it was when I was a kid. I love watching you make the bread. I saved your video from that. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that. Mean cook on the rooster.
They want to see you cook a
Yes.
rooster. We got one down there.
I got one down there. It needs to go. Jacob wanted to shoot it today with his BB gun. I wouldn't let him. I was scared he'd hit one. I didn't want him to.
Old hens make good chicken and dumplings. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're good for that.
But I'm saying, just as far as like sitting down eating a chicken leg, you chew on it for half
I
your
don't know
meal.
if I don't know if I'd want to.
It ain't very. I mean, just because, and it's because we're accustomed to now.
Yeah, we're spoiled.
Yeah,
That's the problem. We're
There you
spoiled.
go. Yeah,
We
we are
don't-
a spoiled society.
You know, and it's a good thing, I guess. I mean, I'd hate to know I'd experienced it, but most people in the generation we live in right now don't know what being hungry is.
Right.
And we're spoiled. But if you're hungry, you'll eat a lot more than what you would eat right now.
You might even eat a tomato.
I would eat a tomato and a green if I was actually hungry. You can look at me and tell I don't get
Oh,
hungry
my-
though.
Oh my goodness. Try to. Where's it's over there?
What's it looking for?
That balloon.
Oh,
Every old hen I cook is dry. Yeah. See, you have to boil them. That's the best way I have figured out how to do it. Is just
there's a good question.
boil the fire out of them.
Do you have any tax tips and tricks for stuff you can write off on the homestead?
That's you.
That is right up my alley right
Yeah.
there.
That's you.
I could talk a whole video about that. I tell you what, you write off all you can write off.
Well, make sure you got you a good tax person.
Yeah, but everything that we buy in some way, shape, or form is deducted off of our taxes. But we make sure, we don't spend money on nothing that really couldn't be tax deducted, really. But at the same time, you do need to show some income off of it as well, just to make things look good.
They said they use a windshield wiper motor.
I think I seen him comment on the video with that, saying they used a windshield
That's
wiper. I bet it
cool.
was him. I remember reading that comment.
People don't know how to survive on this. That's right, Pack Woman. They don't. And I'm not saying we would be the greatest at it, but I'd like to think we'd have a running shot anyway.
Yeah, I feel like.
And we want to teach people because, well, I tell you also, like, I didn't grow up living like we live now. And I didn't really, it skipped a generation there. So I didn't really have anybody to teach me. And I think that's why I enjoy making these videos so much is because
you want to teach other people.
I want to teach
like
other people because I didn't, I mean, like your mama taught me a little bit,
right.
But you know what I'm saying? Like
well,
if somebody don't have somebody to show them, I want to be able to like show them like, hey, this is really this easy. You can do this.
It is. A lot of it's easier than you think. You just gotta do it. Like
milking the cow's not easier than you think.
A good friend of mine the other day told us that the biggest problem that any American faces anymore is laziness. Mm-hmm. That is the biggest challenge you will face is laziness. And I have to agree with that 100%.
And we're guilty of it.
And yeah, we are definitely guilty of it.
We're not saying we're perfect, because.
But if you want to do something or you've got to do something, you'll get out and do it. It don't matter what it takes to do it.
And what time it is and whether your favorite TV show's coming on,
The best thing you can do is cut the TV off.
Cut YouTube. Ironic.
Cut YouTube off, except for True Grit Appalachian Ways. Make sure you watch those videos. but cut all your stuff off, all your distractions off, and just do what you've got to do, and you will find out that you are a lot happier person. If you take away the news out of your life, take away all the negative stuff you see on social media, and just live your life, you will find out that you are a lot happier person. Don't you agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
And as ironic as this sounds, she is probably spends the least amount of time on social media of anybody I know. I spend more time on it scrolling through Facebook than she does.
Well, it stresses me out.
It does. I
feel like we shouldn't have to know the world's problems. Like if it doesn't directly affect me, some people don't feel that way, but I feel that way, and it stresses me out. And so I just, I just don't look at it, and I don't watch the news. I
think about a lot like this. Back in the old days, if somebody got in a war across the ocean over there in another country, we didn't know about that here till months down the road, because then you finally read it in a newspaper or something, and they got along just fine being that way. And if there's a major enough event that happens in the world, you'll eventually find out about it one way or the other. So I don't feel like there's a need to know every single thing that happens in the world. And somebody may disagree with that. So there's a lot of people think it's very important to know about what's going on.
That's what makes the world go around. Everybody got different opinions.
That's exactly right. But I feel like my life is a lot better off not knowing. I'll have friends come up and say, well, boy, old Trump's done it now, or boy, Biden's done it now, and all that. I don't even know what they're talking about because I don't keep up with it, and I used to. But
we realize how much it's caused stress. Like it just mentally stresses.
If I don't hear about it and don't know about it, I don't have to worry about it. And so we just live our lives. We're getting behind again. We've got rambling.
So they said I need to try collard green sandwich biscuits. It'll change on y'all's biscuits. It'll change your mind.
That sounds like your kind of meal.
You know what? I may just have to try that tomorrow when I cook my greens.
Yep.
That sounds good. Now I know at the Autumn Leaves Festival they have around here, they have a collard green. They may call it a collard green sandwich, and it's got your cornbread. Then inside your cornbread, you got a collard green and you got a piece of fatback. and it's really good. I used to
Keep
get
it.
it when I went there. I went to that.
I think the hardest thing anyone can do is be Christian Allied.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's very true. Anymore,
There's a lot
in
of
these
people-
times.
There's a lot of people who act it, but don't do it.
Mhm.
And you got to know the difference between them.
That's right.
Crowder peas are different.
And Lori,
We
said-
have actually got caught up
I
on
know
comments.
it's not really easy, but both of you make it look easy. Love the way you impart knowledge so easily. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
That means a lot. Because
Well, look, I'm gonna brag on my wife here for a
oh
second.
gosh,
We make a good team. We really do. I
think
feel like me and her are two peas in a pod. And usually what I lack in, she makes up for. What she lacks in, I make up for. And we kind of just work together.
Yep,
By the way, the bread turned out great. Awesome.
good. I'm glad to hear that. Good. But yeah, I mean, without Andy, like, I don't know, we couldn't.
Well, I'll tell you right
Without
now,
each other, we couldn't. I don't think we could do what we do.
I wouldn't be putting up all this stuff if I didn't have you. I'd grow it,
Yeah, exactly.
but somebody else would have to put it up for me. It can it all.
Oh, your mama said we're a wonderful couple. You do love me.
Aw.
She's gonna kill me.
Well, look, old Hoss commented in here. Love your videos. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's what a marriage is supposed to be. I agree. In this day and age, it's not anymore. Too many people are worried about, so many people are worried about what their wife's doing behind her back or what their husband's doing behind her back. You can go to a restaurant with a couple and they're like, look at her, look at her looking at him. You know, wonder what he's thinking about. Who cares? I mean, you got to have that trust to know that your wife's not going to do something behind your back or that the husband's not going to do something behind her back and all that. But it seems to me that that's all what relationships anymore. That's all they care about. That's all they think about. It's like they're just constantly thinking that somebody's going to do something to screw them over.
Yep. All the time. And sometimes, I mean, as bad as it sounds, before these right
Cell
here,
phones.
you know, I feel like marriages lasted longer. People were happier. And now it's almost like people, I don't know if people don't know how to control themselves. I
don't know either.
don't know.
I do think while, you know, in some ways cell phones are a great tool,
I'd like to throw mine down the hill.
but in some ways they have ruined this country. They really have.
You have a video making sourdough bread. No, I don't. I am not very.
You should get Abby to make a video on
my
that.
sister-in-law makes excellent sourdough bread, and she keeps me up with my sourdough starter because I always eventually let it die. I think I'm pretty sure the one I got now died, but I got to talk her into getting on here and making y'all a video because she makes killer sourdough bread.
Look.
My older sister lives on YouTube watching Russia and everything going on. Nicholas, I told her to get off of that. The Lord not coming back through YouTube. That's right. That's exactly right. The Lord ain't coming back through YouTube. You're right.
I've got a good friend who is constantly sending me clips of stuff on Facebook or Instagram, one or the other. I mean, as far
We
as I
love
know,
y'all too, Perry Hill Farms. We miss y'all.
as far as I know, he's on here watching. He may be. I don't know. But I told him a while back, I was like, stop sending me that stuff. I mean, I don't even care anymore. I mean, you know, it's honestly,
We do.
we
it's not
do
that we-
care,
not that we don't
but
care, but
I just don't want to know it.
I don't think we're meant to carry the world's problems on our shoulders.
I honestly don't know if some of that stuff ain't fake anyways. How do we know it's real? We ain't over there looking at it. We probably shouldn't jump off that bandwagon, though.
Probably not. I don't own
Trust
TV,
is number
not
one.
over 30
Absolutely.
years. I spend my days cutting firewood and hunting and trapping for my next meal. I know that's right. That sounds good, JR.
A marriage can't be anything without trust.
That's right. That's right. I loved hearing your first garden story. Trust number one. My wife and I started homesteading about 1.5 years ago. We found y'all about 6 months ago. You're our favorite channel. Thank you so much,
Thank
Kevin.
you,
We
thank
appreciate
you.
it. That means a lot. Thank you.
So I'm
People don't know how
humbled
to
by that.
socialize.
No, they don't. They do not know how to socialize
Well, yeah, because I mean,
because they do all their socializing like this
nothing.
with
Let
this
me,
right
let me
here.
just tell y'all something. Nothing. I have very few pet peeves, but one of my pet peeves is when I am walking through a store
Like if right here, she can't
and
stand it. I
somebody
can't either though.
somebody runs into me because they're doing this and not looking where they're going. Like it flies all over me. I about lose my religion over somebody running into me because they're looking at a darn cell phone. It ain't much that aggravates me, but that is one thing. Like I'll catch Andy sometimes. I'm like, stop.
Yeah, she will. She really will. I'm like, I found something on Marketplace I'm looking at or something is what and I really do. Basically, that's the only reason I get on Facebook is to look at Marketplace because I'm always scrolling around for something, but you never know what you're going to find.
Hang on, let me get up. You keep talking.
You are spot on, brother. Cut the TV off. That's exactly right. I want to thank you both for sharing your journey and your family when it's on here. It's a joy seeing someone. I don't know if y'all can hear the crying or not, but Maggie just popped a balloon. I believe she's upset about it. But thank you, JR. Thank you so much. And I tell you, sometimes it gets kind of hard just putting your life out there for everybody to see. Because there's some things you're like, well, should we put it on a video or should we not? You know, you just don't know.
Got me a cookie.
All right. Hall said their TV hadn't been on in 6 months. Well, our TV comes on to watch YouTube. That's where we watch most of our YouTube is on the TV. But other than that, like local TV and stuff, I might turn it on to watch the weather. And even that's a lie. So it's a waste of time. My TV is just a DVD player now. No TV for 5 years. Wow. That's awesome. No, that's Pack Woman right there.
Oh. Good job, Pack Woman.
We tell each other to put it down. Yep, that's right.
Tell each other to what?
Whiskey.
Tell me one more.
Thank you, Daisy Q. I don't have Facebook, but I use my wife's to look on Marketplace. That's what I used to do was use Megan's all the time. And I finally created a Facebook page. And I guess my algorithms are because of the stuff I look at on Facebook. I actually don't never see none of the drama on Facebook that a lot of people talk about. But none of that stuff ever comes across my screen because I don't click on it if it does come across. So most of the stuff I see on Facebook is actually pretty good.
Maggie's back.
Yeah,
I made sourdough blueberry muffins for my granddaughter tonight, but the pancake batter is amazing. Awesome.
I have made pancakes out of them and muffins out of the discard. It is pretty good.
Yep. Families are being destroyed. I see women pushing a baby in the phone. Yep. I see it all the time. Aggravates me to death.
What?
People ignoring their kids because they're on the phone.
Well, we may have to hang it up for the night.
My Maggie getting tired.
Mm-hmm. She says she's not, but
Oh, I know. I could tell by the way she was crying. She's getting tired.
well, her balloon popped.
It's not 16. Yeah. I was blowing
It
the red-
takes trust and having the
I
Lord
was
Jesus
blowing
in
the red balloon
marriage.
open.
Absolutely.
I was like, "Ooh, pop."
Look, she said, "There's my Maggie. Look,
Who did?
Perry Hill's talking to you."
You say hey?
Hey.
Y'all know how she gets late at night.
Yep.
Her balloon
Look.
popped.
Tim Beverly said, "Hey, Maggie."
Hey, baby.
No, I said Tim Beverly said, "Hey, Maggie."
Hey, Maggie.
A lot of media is not real. Just to be Christian. Absolutely, I agree with that 100%. Keep all your good work and on your channel and teach you. Thank you.
Somebody said on here.
We're gonna
"Hey,
try.
Daddy, I love you."
We've actually got a New Year's video coming out tomorrow talking about the past in 2023 and talking about some of the stuff in 2024 and plans and whatnot. But that's one thing I think we're going to try to take even more serious this year is the YouTube game, because amazingly, it's amazing that we have built the following that we have on here now, and we couldn't appreciate it anymore. It's honestly it's mind blowing to us that this many people. I don't know. She's probably ready to come back.
You wanna let her in?
But it's amazing to us that this many people want to watch us live our lives.
And we hope to show them something while we're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, we absolutely want to teach people stuff, but I think it's just mind blowing that people would watch us, everyday people.
Yeah, we're totally normal. We don't do anything to just do it on the camera.
Oh yeah,
right.
no, that's one thing
That
you
is
can
right,
guarantee.
Jacob.
If we're not going to do something just to make a video. If we're doing it, we actually are doing it.
But we're just like, well, let's make a video.
She
on it.
said, "Good night. The old folks need their sleep. It's time for Mama to go to bed. It's only 9:19, Mama."
It's way past her bedtime.
I know.
She goes to bed at like 8:30.
Well, we hope if we're
Yeah.
ever doing anything that we don't know what we're doing, we're absolutely going to tell you we're doing
That's
it. I mean,
right.
we don't know what we're doing, and
I don't care what Mom said.
yeah, she said that's right, Jacob. Y'all are genuine. You're the real deal, ain't you?
That's my hog scraper over there.
Yeah, boy. Andy, how many tractors do you own? Oh,
Oh,
man,
my
that's a good
gosh.
question. I
Okay.
about missed that question.
That's a
Hang on.
video idea. You can go
What,
back
going through and showing
Oh,
all the
my
tractors?
gosh.
That would be a long video.
He
No,
keeps saying we don't have enough shelter space, but you should ask him why.
So let me see. I have the main John Deere that I use most of the time. The John Deere, the 5200 John Deere and the little Kubota tractor are my two main tractors that I use for pretty much everything. Then I've got the Farmall 140 that's mainly just like a garden tractor.
Then you got the 1010.
Then I just recently bought the 1010. Y'all actually saw that video. I mean, saw that in a video back in the summer. It's a John Deere 1010. I just got it running yesterday. And then we have the old John Deere B. So
Is that all of them?
is that all? Is it just
Oh,
five? I thought
we
I
got
had
the
more than that.
4000.
Oh yeah, the Ford. We got the Ford 4000.
Should we count my lawnmower?
Did you count the farm on one?
Yeah, so we got 6 tractors, but 2 of those are the only tractors I have that are actually true. You know, the tractors I used to work with. The others are just here for.
They're just here.
You're just here because I like tractors.
Daddy says he can sell the farm model because the 1010 it got plows. It's like
Yeah,
the
but I'm
farm
not
model.
going to put those plows back on that tractor.
Yeah.
It looks better
No.
without the plows. Looks like actual tractor.
Look, there's Lisa Rogers on here.
Hey, Nana!
There's Nana.
I didn't know Nana watches our lives.
She says she does sometimes.
Love your corn videos. Thank you. I can't wait to get back to growing some corn. This is more entertaining than TV. You're teaching people. See, and that's one thing I really love about YouTube. You know, I don't even consider YouTube social media because if you watch the right stuff on YouTube, it's educational. And you're watching real people do real stuff instead of watching all this fake mess that's on TV. And that's what, like, we don't have real TV anymore except for the local channels, and we hardly ever watch those. But we mainly just watch YouTube. And you know, I think it's awesome to actually watch real people doing real stuff and seeing how they do with their everyday chores or life or whatever. And you know, I watch all types of YouTube channels. Megan don't watch so many.
Yeah,
She
I
watches
got
them
a
with me every
handful.
on
I got a
occasion.
handful that I watch.
I watch
Um,
this fake fun.
I just don't have. Well, I mean, I just don't have a lot of time, and I have to put limits on myself with my phone because if I'm sitting there like say Andy will like watch a YouTube video while he's doing something. If I do that, I catch myself. I'll start scrolling, and then there I am wasting time. So my favorite thing to do is just lay my phone down somewhere and forget where it's at, and then go about my day. So
Yeah, she forgets where her phone's at a whole lot.
Yeah, half the
We-
time she don't know.
well,
where
if
it's
y'all
at.
saw the shelf video, I don't know if anybody caught it, but I looked at the phone and I said, "How did you get my phone? I didn't even know it was gone."
Yeah.
Let Jacob do the videos on the tractors. He could tell you all about it.
Yes.
Yeah, he could.
Oh, yes, he would.
He'd probably tell you more than I could.
Yes,
Yeah.
he would.
I know more about the 5 mile and 4000 than you do. I know the 5 mile got the A engine in it.
No, the what? Oh yeah, it's got an yeah. I know
Yeah,
what you're talking
it's
about. I got a
A
Super
engine.
A. Y'all have a following, you do, because you teach people stuff in every video, from cooking to canning to raising livestock to planting and growing crops to sawmilling. And you know, a lot of this stuff, I'm not gonna lie, we don't even feel like we are teaching, but I guess, you know, there's obviously some videos we put out that are about teaching stuff. But, you know, when we do just a regular old vlog type video, you know, I don't think much of it, but I guess some people probably learn from that too.
Maggie, are you tired?
I think we'll make it to midnight.
Pack Woman said only 6. LOL. Yeah, hopefully it'll soon be 7 or 8 or 9, maybe 10. We just got to have some more shelter space. I actually just sold one. I would have had 7, but I did sell an old red belly that I had.
What was the number on that red belly?
It was an 8-in red belly. I'm not 100% sure, but I think y'all are real and wholesome. That may be the attraction, Rob in Georgia. Well, we try to be as real as we possibly can on video. What you see on video, like, we don't act different behind the scenes. We try.
We try our best.
If we do, we don't mean to.
Yeah.
Planted hickory king corn this year and got 25 pounds of corn off of 2 seed packs.
Sweet.
Got plenty of seed for selling. Dang, that's pretty
Oh,
good.
That's
Holy.
awesome. That is awesome.
What was your best moment this year? Huh. We had a lot of good moments this year. We had some bad ones too, but we had a lot of good ones this year. What would you think our best moment this year was?
I don't know if I could pick just one.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
hard to pick one good moment out of the
I
whole
could
year.
pick 5.
Could
You
you?
could.
Going to that big giant pool with the water slides and Christmas and my birthday.
I'm sure. That would be a tough one. We've had a lot of good stuff this year.
And Easter.
You said Easter?
Easter? I don't even remember Easter this year.
I do.
That's Easter.
And April.
We'll have to think about that.
That's a good question.
That is a good question. That's a really good question.
Yeah. It's so hard just to pick one out of.
I'm thankful that I think one of my best moments, believe it or not, this year was I was able to let one of my jobs go.
Yeah.
One of my extra jobs. I was working a lot at night.
Yep.
And I'd say that was one of my better moments.
That job
But-
stressed this woman out so much, y'all.
I got to let that go. So that was a blessing.
And I,
Really.
Can I tell them why you got to let it go? We ain't got nothing to hide.
No, I ain't got nothing to hide.
Y'all, it was because of y'all is why she got to let it go. Because we've been on YouTube. Well, she's been on YouTube for over 4 years
I still do my
now.
other PRN job, but I had 3 jobs. And so I got to let one of
The,
them go.
the most stressful
Yeah.
job you got
Yeah.
to let go. But when the channel really took off this spring, and I mean, if you may or may not know, you do get ad revenue off of the videos, and the more views you get, the more money you make. Now, by no means is
Yeah, we ain't making no killing.
yeah, but not making no killing at all. But she's actually making enough off of the YouTube videos to compensate for that job that she had to let go. Of course, it was a part-time job that was like 2 days a week.
And it was nighttime.
And it was nighttime.
Yeah, I didn't-
And so because of y'all, she was able to do that. And it's made
these babies right here happy. Mama didn't have to be gone at night.
Yeah.
it's made me a whole lot happier she didn't have to be gone at nighttime.
Because I-
And it's made her life so much better because that job stressed her out so much.
So I think that's one of my high points of this year was definitely being able to let that go.
I'm so happy that Mama.
And
let
I'm
me
thankful
give-
to all of y'all for making that happen.
Yep.
Me too. I love all y'all.
Let's see. Let's see here. You, both of you, down to earth. I'm 82. You have taught me a thing or two. Love your channel. Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I don't even know what.
Do y'all have
I'm
a lot of
saying thank
snakes
you
there?
for.
We don't. We have black snakes and
Snakes.
copperheads.
Well, we don't really have sea copperheads.
But
do
yeah, we hardly ever. I mean, we hardly ever even see a snake. Period. But
We
we do have snakes, and there's other snakes besides those two. But that's our two most common snakes here. But as far as poisonous snakes go, the only thing we have, as far as I know of, is a copperhead, and
Because what people call a water moccasin here ain't really a water moccasin.
yeah, it's something else. But let's see, what are your financial goals you're trying to achieve next year? That's a good question.
I don't know.
My financial goal for the past 2 years is to completely be out of debt. And we have made really good progress with that so far. And I would love to say that by the end of next year, we would be completely out of debt.
Yes.
I don't know if that'll happen or not, but that's a goal.
Well, if she wants
I
that.
still want to play guitar and hear Megan play.
Oh,
But
gosh.
yeah, there you go. I think she should.
We did a song video
I get a
with
little
her.
camera shine when I start singing.
I know she has a hard time with that. She had a really hard time posting that video of them doing the singing, but she did it, and
But
everybody
That was
loved it.
thanks to my mother because she was like, everybody will love it. Put it out there.
I like when you taught that young guy and the interest he had in your teaching. I did too. That made my day. That might have been one of the better points of the whole year because that made me really proud.
That guy that wanted some corn.
Fantastic, Megan. You were working so hard. Did you hear that
Thank
one?
you. No, I didn't want to.
Oh, she said, fantastic, Megan. You were working so hard.
Oh,
Pack
thank
woman.
you.
I'll share your
Thank
channel
you,
the
thank
more
you.
now if it keeps your family happy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We really appreciate that.
Mitzi said we did love it. That was the singing.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
You've got hit over here now.
I know. Maggie took up the camera.
Happy New Year's, guys. We're out of here. Yeah, I think we're about to be out of here too. The kids are getting kind of restless. We promised them we'd sit down and watch a movie tonight before the ball drops. So
Yep.
It's already 9:30.
it's already 9:30, so I guess we're going to have to be hunting a movie.
It's our bedtime and we're not even going to bed.
Yes, it's time for us to cut our TV down.
You think you're going to make it, Maggie?
Happy New Year to each one of you from Tennessee. Love y'all's channel. Thank y'all so much.
We love you all. Thank you so much. And y'all just don't know how much your support is
Thank
appreciated.
you.
And you encourage us to keep on making the videos and to keep on keeping on. And we just want to thank y'all all for that. Because without y'all, there wouldn't be a YouTube channel.
They
So,
wouldn't be because without y'all, we wouldn't be putting it out here.
Yeah.
I guess another big goal for this year is we want to see the channel continue to grow. Since we actually seen this year that it can grow, we want to see it continue to grow.
Yeah.
Put the YouTube channel.
Good night, everyone. Can't
Good
wait.
night.
Happy New Year. Let's
You can
see.
tell them good night. Bye.
Night. Bye. I'm leaving.
Bye, Jacob. Let's see here. We've got a ton of comments all of a sudden coming up. I have a question. What was the pruning saw you used? I have the Felco 2 shears. The pruning saw was the Corona. I can't remember what size it was off the top of my head. It was a Corona folding saw, and that thing is an awesome saw.
Oh, I thought
It
you were
would-
talking about the printers.
It should be linked in the
That
Christmas video, the Christmas suggestion video.
I still watch it.
That saw
Homesteader's
should be
gift
linked in
guide,
that.
I think it's called.
Yeah, Homesteader's Gift Guide.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's
Happy
fine.
New Year, and thanks for having us. Happy New Year to you too, Mark.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, I reckon we'll see y'all next
Good
year.
night.
Happy New Year, Nana.
Us old folks with 5 kids and 3 grandkids are going to bed. Yeah. Kind of wish I could go to bed, but we promised them we're going to stay up and watch the ball. So I guess that's what we're going to do.
5 kids and 3 grandkids. Oh my. Well, Mimo got 4 grandkids.
Mac,
Tell everybody to hit that like
Jacob,
button.
and Maggie.
We've got 110 likes on this live stream. I can't believe
Thank
that.
y'all
And we got
so
100
much. Thank y'all.
Only 5 people haven't liked. We have 115.
At one time, it said it was up to like 130 people. I couldn't believe that.
I know.
That's the most we've ever had in a live stream.
Thank y'all.
You can release your singing videos of old gospel songs. I think she should.
I know a lot of them by heart. That's for sure. A lot of them old hymns.
The only one I know.
Oh, me, y'all. Well, I think we're going to call it a night.
And
And-
again, thank y'all so much, and Happy New Year to you. And I reckon
Happy
we'll
New Year
see
to
y'all
you.
next year. So
Happy New Year.
Have a good one, y'all.
Have a good one. See you next time.
See you next